Hello and welcome to Polloi Two, and in today's video we're going to be doing an unboxing, as I have these two boxes here that have just arrived. The box on the left is from Steve over at the website Bricklink. Now Bricklink is a site that I use all the time. It basically lists every single Lego piece that's ever been made, and you can buy Lego pieces from the site. And I've sat for hours trawling through that website looking for pieces that I can use in restorations. Well, Steve got in touch and said that he'd like to send over a selection of Lego pieces that hopefully I can use in future. So that's what's in that box. And then on the right here we have this box from Wes, who got in touch with me after my recent Fortress of Fangs restoration, saying that he had a part that I needed for that playset and that he'd send it over. So that's what is inside that box. So let's just get on and open these boxes. So as I said, this first box is from Steve over at the website Bricklink. Now normally when I'm using Lego, I'm cutting it up and destroying it, and I've had a fair few comments from people saying that I shouldn't be doing that it's so damaging another toy. But Lego is really the best source of parts for fixing some toys, and I use an awful lot of it. So it's really nice of Steve to get in touch and send this over. I'm not quite sure what's inside, but I'm assuming it'll be lots of Lego pieces. Let me give the box a rattle. And you can hear it does sound like Lego in there. And yeah, I do use an awful lot of Lego, so I'm sure there'll be loads of pieces in here that will give me ideas for fixing other toys. So let's get on and open this. All sorts of stuff. I'm actually going to tip this out. There's not going to be enough space if I leave it here, but I can see lots of bits and some little Lego kits as well. So this was what was inside this box. As you can see, there's a lot of pieces, and there's this letter here which is, as I say, from Steve, the Bacta Tank new and used Lego, and he's on Bricklink and places like that. So the note says, Dave, please find and enclose some Lego for you to harm in your next projects in a bigger organiser than you already have. Yeah, my little box is actually overflowing. Love watching your content, inspired me loads to dig out my old childhood toys from storage and work on replacing missing parts, fixing over enthusiastic play and generally making them look as good as new. Hit up on your video on recording Star Wars figures a few years ago, and that really prompted me to start chasing missing figures and buying up the beta lots that popped up on eBay. Apologies if I swooped any auctions from you. No, that's fine, Steve. It's good to have competition out there. Since then I've set up a steady online business selling Lego spares on a couple of well-known platforms, and love how you utilise Lego in a way which would make Lego collectors cringe. So please find and enclose a few of the common parts you use, a few more spurious parts which may or may not have some hidden use, something to kickstart your classic space Lego desire, a few Star Wars repo weapons just to trigger some people, and something Lego which I'm sure you won't have seen before. Also enclosed is an example of what I've done with my collection, how I've transformed my beaten up play with toys literally following your videos. Oh, that sounds interesting. And some blind bags of Muppets, because everyone loves the Muppets. You'll be humming that all day. Love the vids, keep it up, and happy hunting at the Toy Fest. Well, Steve, thanks for the letter and thanks for all the bits. So let's open up this stuff. I want to see what bits he sent and also what he's fixed up, because that sounds really interesting. So as he says, there are three little packets of Muppets minifigures. I'll open these in a separate video. I've been doing a lot of short videos on Polloi Two, so I will open these up separately, but those are really cool. Then we have this Jiffy bag here, so let's have a look inside here. Oh look, it's a Emperor on a Jedi card. I'm guessing that's a re-card, but that's really nice. Do you know what? I don't have that figure carded, so I'm going to be putting that straight on my shelf. That is really cool. Thanks ever so much, Steve. That's a fantastic looking figure. Yeah, I definitely don't have that one. So, very cool indeed. I will put that to the back there. And then we have this box, which, as he says, is full of Lego. I'm sorry if you can't hear me over the Lego noises there. It's quite a rattly box. So let me just cut this and we'll pull the box out and take a look at it. Whoa, yeah, look at that. It is a whole selection of Lego pieces, and I can see some little notes there. It says toy-polloi in Lego, the start of classic space and guaranteed to make the purist cringe. Well, we've got to open that to take a look at what those are. But yeah, I can already see loads and loads of really useful pieces of Lego. These sorts of antennas and aerials are very cool. These little axle pins, I use those all the time. Little arms. Yeah, there's so much useful stuff in there already, and this is a much bigger box than I store my Lego in, so I think I'm going to be upgrading my Lego selection to this new box. Right, let's open this up and see what is inside here. Oh, it's sellotape shut. I missed that bit. There we go. Right, let's open it up. What have we got here? Well, initially, I've got to see this one, this toy Polloi in Lego. I'm going to have a quick look. Look at that. It is a little mini toy Polloi in Lego. How cool is that? He even comes with a little Lego figure. I think that must be, what's that, Iron Man that looks like. How cool is that? Do you know what, that actually does quite look like me. Let me just get this out so we can take a closer look. Look at that. It really is me. I've got my little bag that I take to the toy fairs. I've got my little baseball hat and the little beardy face with glasses. That's really nice. That is so funny. I'm going to have to show that to Miss Toy Polloi. I think she will laugh quite a lot when she sees that. That is amazing. Thank you. That's so funny. Then we have in here, it says the start of classic space Lego. So there is a little, oh look at that, it's the little white spaceman. I used to have loads of these as a kid, and I've sort of been wanting to get more stuff that I'd sort of remembered having as a kid. And vintage space Lego is up there on my sort of list of things I want. So a little white spaceman, that's fantastic. That's going to go straight on my shelf behind me. Lovely. And then what have we got here? Guaranteed to make the purist cringe. He said it was repro weapons, and indeed it is. Look at that, Star Wars repro weapons. I don't see what the problem is with these. I've got so many figures that don't have weapons, and I need weapons to put in their hands, and I can't afford to buy original ones, and I'm sure there aren't enough original ones to go around. So that is brilliant. Well, Steve, thanks ever so much for all of this stuff. This is really fantastic, and it is going to become incredibly useful. As I say, things like this are the whip antennas I use all the time. So that's absolutely brilliant. And do please check out his listings and whatnot on the Bricklink and other places he sells on eBay as well. So look for the Bacta Tank. That's what he sells under. So thanks, Steve. That's absolutely brilliant. Next up, we have this box from Wes, who got in touch after my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Fortress of Fangs video, where I'd made some replacement parts because my playset had been missing them for many, many years. And he said he had one of the pieces that I was needing to complete my sets, and he would send it over. So he has sent this box. It feels like it's got more in it than the part he said. So let's open it up and see what he has sent in. Right, what have we got here? Well, there's a little note on the top, so let me read the note first. I always like the little notes that get sent. It says, "Hi Dave, please find the skull for the Fortress of Fangs playset. I have also included some other items that may also be of use. Keep up the good work. May the force be with you, Wes." Oh, well, there you go. You now know what's in here. It's the skull. As I was doing that playset, I've got one of the skulls that goes on the little gate top, and I was missing one of them. In fact, I'd actually bought something else to sort of use as a skull, which was this, which is the Playmobil little sort of skull skeleton, and you can pull his head off. And I've been using that skull for a while because it actually looks quite good. But in here, supposedly, is an original skull. But let's see what else is in here. Well, there's some sweets at the top. I do like some sweets. Oh right, we've got a little drumstick, which looks like it's got a bit melted there. Do you know what, I'm still going to eat that. And some Brain Blaster Brain Bits bar. I do like a lot of sweets, and actually when I sit up here I tend to munch on stuff. We've got a little key ring here. What's that? Oh, it's got a picture in it. Can we see what the picture is? Can you see what that picture is if I move that out of the way? It looks like it's Lando Calrissian, a still from the movie. I'm going to say that's from Return of the Jedi. I'm just going to see if I can sort out a light or something, and I'll put that behind here and see if we can make that a bit clearer. If I move one of my filming lights, how bright does that make it? Oh, well, there you go. You can just about see that is a still from the film with Lando Calrissian in it. I'm going to guess on the Millennium Falcon. That's really nice. And then we have what's in here. We've got a little bag with, looks like some stickers, some Star Wars stickers. So we've got some stickers. We've got a little Merry Sithmas Darth Vader sticker. We've got a NASA Space Camp. We've got a Star Wars related NASA sticker there. I've just dropped another one. We've got this, which is Chewbacca. And then we have this one, which is the Jedi Academy. May the Force be with you. These are great. They're going to go on my Action Man storage box, as I've shown before. It's always nice to have new stickers for that. And then what have we got here? Oh, well, there's more than just the skull in here. I can see some other pieces for the playset. How am I going to get into this bag? There we go. I can see some other bits that I actually made in that video. So there's the little skull that goes on the little gates of the Fortress of Fangs. But I can also see that there is the axe, which I sort of made one myself just using bits of styrene and stuff. So that is an original version of the axe. That's really cool. I'm going to have to see how close the one I made is to that, because I was guessing off photos. And then we have the latch mechanism, which is used for the trap on the back of the Fortress Fangs. Well, amazing. Thanks so much, Wes. I wasn't expecting all of those pieces. These are really nice. I'm not sure whether to replace mine now. I think I probably should, as I've got original ones, but I was quite pleased with the pieces I made. It's going to be fun to see if these look anything like what I made. I think they feel fairly close, so yeah, that's brilliant. And then there's some more pieces here. So what have we got in here? There is some patches, patches for the nerd vest. Fantastic. There is a nice R2-D2 there. I'm definitely going to be able to find some space for that on my nerd vests. There is a Star Trek sort of insignia. I'm going to say that is the original series insignia, that looks like to me. We've got a NASA patch, and then we've got some trading cards, some Star Wars trading cards. There is a Kylo Ren ignites his lightsaber from, what's that from? Well, it's from The Force Awakens, but it's sort of an old looking card, but with new Star Wars on it. Then we have, that's from, what's that one from? Oh, Hook. So it's a card from the movie Hook. And then we've got that one from Judge Dredd. So there is Sylvester Stallone as Judge Dredd. Those are very cool. And then there's a few more pieces in the bottom. We've got some more pins. Wow. Yeah, more pins for the jacket. So we've got an Imperial Forces little Stormtrooper pin at the top there. We've got, that looks like the United Federation of Planets, so that's Star Trek. Then we've got Boba Fett, little Boba Fett sort of Bantha skull. Fantastic. Well, these are all going to have to find space on my nerd vest. They are really cool. Definitely going to be attaching some of these to it. Thanks, Wes. That is really kind of you. I was only expecting the skull, not all of these other pieces. So it's very kind of you to send all of that stuff in. And I'm going to be able to, yeah, complete my Fortress of Fangs, or get it a little bit closer to being complete with all these pieces. So that is absolutely amazing. I thought it would be fun just to see how close I'd actually got with making things like this axe. So here is the axe that Wes sent over, and here is my axe. And that is pretty close. I have to say I was not too bad at making that. I'm very happy with how close I got on scale. Mine's slightly larger, the blade is slightly larger, but yeah, considering I was doing that from photos, I'm very happy with how close I got with that. And let's look at the piece that holds the trapdoor up. So this is an original one now. We'll remove the one that I made, and there you go. Oh, actually look, mine is a whole lot shorter. It seems that the original one was a lot longer, and I guess that's sort of to hold the trapdoor up. It doesn't actually need to be that long. Let me just put that in place like so. And push it in. All right. Yeah, so that comes a lot further out. The one that I made didn't sort of hold underneath the trapdoor. It just sort of pushed on the edge of it. Their one comes out a lot further. I can sort of see why I've done that. So yeah, mine's slightly different. I think the original one works better, but I have to say I wasn't that far off in making this one, and it does work very nicely. So there you go. It's so nice to be able to actually get some original ones and to see what they look like. Certainly my axe was very close with the mechanism there. I got it slightly wrong, but yeah, not bad at all, considering it was all based on photographs and taking measurements from photographs. So I need to say a massive thank you to Steve and Wes for sending this stuff in. As I say, do go and check out Steve's The Bacta Tank. I'll put links to that in the description. I will be sending both of these guys toy-polloi bits in the post as a thank you from me. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it, then head on over to my main channel, toy-polloi, and subscribe there as well. And thanks for watching.